Digi helps develop wells and pumping stations for rural villagers in need of water in Zimbabwe. Taiwanese entrepreneurs show willingness to donate funds in support of Digi's vaccine fund. I'm Sean Scanlan. This is DaAi Headlines. Let's get started. Zimbabwe has faced severe drought for the past 2 years. A rural community about 45 kilometers away from the capital. There are more than 200 households that for more than 20 years have been facing no clean water source. Recently, the district councilors approached Digi to find a solution. After the volunteers surveyed the location, they immediately launched a well drilling project, found 2 clean water sources. Let's take a look. A man stands in a puddle that is not very clean. He picks up a pipe and tries to draw clean water, but nothing. The water shortage problem in Ngoromanzi district, Mashonaland, East Province, Zimbabwe.
The wells we draw water from on weekdays are mostly only 2 to 3 meters deep. We can't get enough water at all. In the past 2 years of the pandemic, we have had to travel long distances to other villages to get water. Usually, we all go in the middle of the night. We walk a very long way to find clean water.
There's no clean water source available, and local residents have been troubled by this for many years. Local councilors have also been thinking about countermeasures, but no solution was viable. Recently, Digi was contacted and volunteers arranged a visit to investigate.
They have been facing the challenge of limited water resources since 2000 and have never been able to obtain clean water. When we came to survey before, we found that they all went to other villages to collect water in the middle of the night. I really felt sorry for their situation.
Volunteers were reluctant to give up and immediately turned to practical actions to find a clean water source in 2 rural areas in Ngoromanzi district, digging wells and installing water pumping equipment. Perhaps because they were so eager to have a clean water source, when the water flowed, everyone rejoiced. At the happy event, everyone celebrated with traditional song and dance.
I'm here on behalf of my community to express the gratitude and joy we have on the good deeds you have done for us, as many of us know that water is life.
To welcome a new life where water is readily available, community residents now have another wish.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for learning that we have no water available and for being willing to spend so much effort to help us. Now that we have clean water, we look forward to growing crops soon.
Tzu Chi Indonesia Chapter's pandemic relief not only provides material assistance to disadvantaged families, but volunteers also care for street food stalls, which have been suffering. Digi help improve the stall environment to attract more customers. Here's more.
Simple dishes with rice. It has been a long time for Shanty Street stall to take such a bulk order.
After the pandemic, my business has dropped 50%. There were no customers before. It was until the past 3 months did I start to have business again.
To host pandemic relief, Indonesia's volunteers specially ordered hot food from street food stalls and distributed the food to one of the villages in Cikarang City.
This time we're going to distribute 1,000 packs of hot food in this village. We have cooperated with 3 street food stalls. Hopefully this event can increase their income.
Volunteers also help the street stalls improve the dining environment by putting on tablecloths and repainting to make the stall look completely new.
I'm very happy that Tzu Chi helped me organize the store. Now the store is brighter and more comfortable.
Bringing hot food and daily necessities, the volunteers went to visit disadvantaged families with Welfare Bureau staff. Among them is Ida, whose husband and child were both sick.
My husband is sick and can't go out to work. We have no income at all. I don't know what to do. I really appreciate your concern and providing us with so many supplies.
Next, we may provide her with medical assistance. We want to arrange Ida's child to have medical treatment in Jakarta.
Volunteers' care accompanied Ida to tide over difficulties, giving her the courage to face challenges in life.
During the pandemic, in order to survive, many turned to food delivery to get by, as there was an increase in food delivery sources. But now, as the economy is slowly recovering, can this line of work continue to thrive? Follow our report.
Last year, after the pandemic, nearly 150,000 Malaysian companies closed. And as of September this year, more than 729,000 people are unemployed. During this time, though, one line of work has increased in demand. According to numbers from the Malaysian Food Delivery Association, since the first movement control order was issued on March 18th last year, food delivery partners increased from 50% to 80%. Our reporters arrived in Georgetown's First Avenue Mall to interview some delivery partners and found that most have turned to this job due to unemployment.
I buat macam business sendiri je. Ambil wedding, photographer, event. Masa MCO, I pun rasa tak ada wedding, tak ada event, so I grateful to make my income.
I worked in a factory, but quit before the movement control order was imposed because I wanted to start my own business. This pays better than getting a job. I treat this as my own business, and it's very comfortable.
While some have turned to food delivery due to making ends meet or starting their own business, Ganesh Babu began delivering food because of family.
I worked in Singapore in a factory before and during the MCO. The company asked me to find a place of my own to rent. I couldn't afford it, so I chose to come home. Now I live with my family. It was lonely living on my own there, and now I'm glad to be back with my family. I can adjust my own delivery hours. If I want to take a break tomorrow, I can. If I want to go out with my family, I can.
Some of the delivery workers say they have been treated badly on the job by customers. Ganesh Babu says he once received a complaint by a customer when he accidentally spilled a drink. But some customers are super caring and even ordered food as a gift.
Sometimes, the customers will order meals for us to eat. He sent a message saying, "You can't take the food." I was happy to hear that they're looking out for us. I'm grateful for my job, and I thank them for taking care of me.
The pandemic has increased the need for food delivery workers, and in turn, it has helped many people maintain livelihood for themselves and their family. No matter what the outlook on this line of work is, as long as they work hard, each job deserves the respect of others. Only when everyone keeps up their duties can society function normally.
Tzu Chi volunteer Zhu Xiang has been serving for over 10 years. He began just by donating into his bamboo coin bank each day. Later, when his daughter was born, he wanted to do something to give back to society and joined as a volunteer. When he heard the master's call to be a vegetarian, he quickly invested in a vegetarian restaurant. Despite the restaurant not making much money, he continues to run the business as he knows he's on the right path. And this is how his life can be more meaningful.
Tzu Chi is a successful real estate agent and began dedicating his life to Tzu Chi in 2010. He also opened up a vegetarian restaurant because he wants to join the master's heating of a vegetarian diet.
I am the owner of an organic restaurant and also a real estate agent. Most of the weeknights, I'm busy with Digi events, such as the community meetings on Wednesdays, while Thursday nights are reserved for community education meetings. Those 2 days are reserved, and other days I might have other meetings which I may join.
Having been a volunteer for over 10 years, Shu knows how to balance his Tzu Chi life and family life. He works together with his wife in maintaining their family.
My wife and I often don't spend the weekend at the restaurant. We're doing Tzu Chi events. We're spending time with our children. Although our work is flexible, which means that my wife will step in if I have meetings, and I'll step up to pick or take the kids if she has meetings.
Seemingly burning the candle at both ends with his family life and Tzu Chi life, Chu is nonetheless just very thankful of being alive.
We have been open for 8 years, and there's not much profit to be made, but we are very filled with joy in operating the restaurant. My dad has said before that if the store can continue on, we should just close it. Honestly, from day one to now, we have not thought of closing the doors of the restaurant. We know this is the right thing to do, so we do our best to continue pursuing this.
Humans have no ownership in life, only the right to use it wisely. In one's limited time on Earth, it is best to create meaning and value each day.
I think we need Tzu Chi. It is only through Tzu Chi that I have done so much growing and received so many rewards. Self-growth is important, and Tzu Chi has become such a meaningful part of my life. I live each day very grounded, and just like the Master proposes, we must have gratitude in our hearts each time we wake up in the morning and be thankful we are still alive and living.
Taiwan's major entrepreneurs respond to Digi's BNT vaccine donation fund. Two Taiwan Cement corporate directors, Wang Poyuan and Zhang Kanglong, were also certified as Digi honorary board members. The master thanked every entrepreneur for overcoming various difficulties and safeguarding health.
同样是台泥公司的代表张刚伦董事，今天也要受证荣董。
Receiving the master's blessings and certificates of appreciation, representatives of Taiwanese companies responded to Tzu Chi's vaccine fund, jointly contributing to pandemic prevention.
今天非常感谢上人跟慈日记啊。
Today, I would like to thank the master and Digi for really caring for Taiwan and people around the world. We, Taiwan Cement Corporation, are very willing to support the purchase of vaccines for the benefit of all the people in Taiwan.
Everyone in industry is very enthusiastic and always want to do something for Taiwan. I think this time, with Tzu Chi as the lead, we can eventually make contributions to Taiwan as before. So I'm really very grateful.
Vaccines are not easy to come by. The Chinese National Association of Industry and Commerce, Taiwan, has called on major enterprises to donate 5.4 million low-depth space syringe to reduce the waste of vaccine residues.
BNT 疫苗，并希望能够维护
I hope the BNT vaccine can maintain Taiwan's economy and people's health.
大爱协助防疫，国风能够
Thank you, Ziji's great love in helping epidemic prevention. I feel proud to contribute my part.
也感到与我同源。
The BNT vaccine allows students to also gain protection. Everyone responds to the good deeds and shares love around this blessed island.
In recent years, vegan food has become a hot topic among young people. There are YouTube content makers shooting videos with vegetarian themes. Across the country, there are meatless markets. Boxer Li Minghong, the first Taiwanese to win a Philippine professional boxing match, saw many foreign competitors go vegan and decided to do it himself, gaining physical fitness and an improved personal performance.
My name is Minghong River Lee. I'm the first one Taiwanese professional boxer in Philippines.
Li Minghong is the first Taiwanese professional boxer in history to win in a professional boxing match in the Philippines.
I used to be fat and I didn't exercise when I was a kid. My physical condition was not conducive to boxing. Since I started boxing, I decided I would do my best to the end.
Boxing requires agility, explosive power, endurance, and good reactions, as well as multiple training regimens. He has found a special way to break through.
A boxer in the United States revealed the secret to his strength, which was his vegetarian diet. I thought that this was too ridiculous, but I'm someone willing to try things, so I did it for a week or two, and my body felt lighter and my endurance improved a lot. So when I thought, why do I need to eat meat?
不太好，那我干嘛就不需要吃肉？
He then became a vegan athlete. However, looking at his muscles and his braided hair, many people have trouble believing he's a vegan in the beginning.
常去一些素食餐厅，那些
I often go to some vegetarian restaurants. Those aunties are scared when they see me. They say, "Son, we are vegetarian." I said, "I know, I'm vegetarian."
yes，好。
The contrasting image that breaks the mold but also attracts young people and like-minded individuals.
自己本身也是吃素。
I am a vegetarian myself just like him. This should be proof to everyone that being a vegetarian can also help you build muscle.
少年，最近好不好 ？Good man。
我来煎饼好，你来炒料。
好啊，不要自己煮，自己煮比较健康一点。像它这个卷饼就不错，就是有豆包，然后蛋白质也 OK， 然后有菜，也有南瓜。
Another good friend, Lin Bochen, is an entrepreneur who operates a vegetarian hair salon. Both of them are vegetarian activists and their personalities and ideas are complementary.
可爱的卷饼，完成。
2 or 3 years ago, if you told your friends that you wanted to be vegetarian, they will find you weird, but not now.
Young people are not only concerned about food, but also clothes and some fashionable items. No animal testing or any animal ingredients and products, as well as a commitment to environmental protection and reducing plastics. This shows a concern for all life and an environmentally friendly outlook.
不应该把时尚建立在动物之上。
Fashion should not be based on animals. We should be equal to each other. Sometimes I need to explain to other people how we can be just as healthy or better without eating chicken breast. Actually, if you look at my leader, you will know.
我老大，对，就看他知道，对。
His physical strength is the best proof of the viability of a veggie diet. Not only does Li Minhong share his experience through social networks, he also strives to spread his message to an international stage, letting more people know about himself and spreading the concept of vegetarian food. Vegetarian Monica Xie, who has just become a mother, breaks the myth of insufficient milk for vegans. After postpartum, her body functions recovered quickly. Her milk production is also sufficient with the help of vegetarian meals. Her husband is a surgeon who is also a vegetarian. Facing the long operation time, being vegetarian does not affect his physical strength. Let's meet them.
The arrival of newborn creates a joyful and lively atmosphere. Monica Xie, who has been vegetarian for nearly 18 years, still chooses to maintain a vegetarian diet during her pregnancy and childbirth.
At the beginning, I just told my postpartum nanny to cook some food that can help me produce more milk. The second thing is to have adequate protein.
For the first 10 days, I focused on her postpartum discharge, so the food should be light in taste, with less salt and less oil. The second stage is postpartum conditioning. The third stage is strengthening and nourishing the body. I mainly use 4 agents, 8 gem, and perfect major supplementation. That's enough.
Incorporating advice from Chinese and Western medicine, the postpartum nanny carefully counted the content of protein and dietary fiber present in food and supplemented it with different soups and drinks.
Having enough nutritional drinks is very important. There must be at least 2,500 to 4,000 milliliters of liquids each day. So hydration is very important for lactation.
In the past, the concept of eating sesame oil chicken for postpartum recovery has changed.
Alcoholic ones are not recommended now. From a scientific point of view, alcohol is not suitable as the baby may absorb it. It is not good for the mother as well because her wound may not heal properly.
The baby was 3,475 grams when he was just born. When we went back to the clinic after the first month, he already weighed 4,600 grams, and then 600 grams in the second month. So his growth trend is in the range of 50 to 80 percentile. The doctor also thought he was very healthy.
I'm quite satisfied. The most important thing is Monica's recovering very well and the baby is also very healthy, very chubby.
The father, Zhang Qunming, is a surgeon. He started going vegetarian 7 years ago, and his physical strength is very good.
When I changed from meat to vegetarian diet, my body burden was lessened. Actually, the nutrition of vegetarian food is very sufficient for us surgeons. I dare not say it is better, but my physical strength is no different from other colleagues who eat meat.
Monica said that after she became a mother, she must continue to be a vegetarian so that her baby will form good affinity with all living beings.
In Taipei's Dan district, there's a solitary senior who has not been healthy enough to clean up his home, lately resulting in foul odors. His neighbor, who lives across from him, looked for people to help him clean. Nearly 20 Digi volunteers and others came to help tidy his home. Take a look.
More than 10 Tzu Chi volunteers brought their own cleaning tools heading into this old third-floor apartment. They were definitely surprised upon entering the home.
When we looked inside, it was such a mess. We had difficulty stepping inside. It was very unhygienic. The clothes were thrown everywhere and weren't organized.
It's hard to imagine that this is an apartment in Taipei City's Dan district. However, his neighbors are here to help.
The normal reaction of having this type of neighbor is annoyance or dislike. But I changed my mindset and thought if his condition was better, then it benefits all of us. So I began looking for resources to help him.
We spoke with him several times, and in the end, Mr. Gong agreed for us to come help him.
This homeowner in the past has cared for many in the borough, and it's only recently that he's fallen ill. So we are here to look in on him. I'm grateful to the Tzu Chi brothers and sisters for their support in cleaning his home.
Nearly 20 volunteers arrived to help Mr. Gong to do a thorough cleaning. When the job was done, they even brought him a cake to celebrate.
If I get better, I want to repay Tzu Chi and help keep the community healthy.
The kindness of society that I've seen today makes me feel very warm inside. I hope Mr. Gong will get well soon.
With the support of his neighbors and his own vows, Mr. Gong looks forward to getting better so that he may contribute to society once more.
3 different percussion groups from Tainan Tzu Chi School are excelling in a national music competition. We leave you with these images. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.